What a game we have in store for you today. A Big 12 showdown, and the implications could last for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Arizona State Sun Devils taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kansas State ready to kick it off to get things underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Arizona State's offense takes the field. There he is, the man who makes everything go, and they believe they're going to score every time they touch it when he's on the field, Jesse.
He plays with unbelievable confidence, Reese. Always knows where to go with the football. The entire playbook is at this guy's disposal.
Yeah, which is so much fun for a coach, so much fun to play with him, a guy that can do everything. Everybody on the field is active in a weapon.
And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Running back searching for a hole. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they got it at the 42.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
Give to Brown. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
And the Sun Devils are marching down the field. They'll give it to him again. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Gets it out of there for the 1st time today, and didn't see much of him. That loss a week ago, called on just once. So Kansas State's offense will take the field for the 1st time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
He'll do it himself. At the 35, he's loose. Smashes through. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Yeah, and when I got a guy like that at QB, I'm going to give him the ball early and often. I'm going to let this dude do him because give him multiple options. He makes the right decisions, you could tell. But in the end, he's got speed, playmaker. I want to find ways to continue to get him the ball, let him make decisions, and make plays like this.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. They'll try the run. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Grab behind the line. It's Cephas. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. It didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the ground with the back. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And everybody knows when you're running that play action, that fake has to be great. Everybody has to bite it for it really to work. Defense didn't bite it, didn't bite the bait, went after the quarterback, got him on the ground.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On second down, just keeps firing. And the pass is incomplete, and that wraps up the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got an open man. Got a lot of running room. At the 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Sun Devils. And once he got loose, it was all over.
This is a receiver that is so good running routes. You never know which way he's going to go at the top of his route because he doesn't peek. He doesn't telegraph where he's going. The timing on corner routes is so important, and the quarterback did a nice job getting it out early so his receiver could make the catch and then take it into the end zone.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, and it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Caught in the backfield. It's Cephas. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll keep it himself. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Yeah, how about the QB? Calls his own number and all these options, obviously multiple plays. He decides to stick with it, get some positive yards, and now what's next off of that? What's my next read off of it?
He hurls one deep down the left side. Snags it! And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Kansas State!
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
Off play action. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Sun Devils will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And they'll blow it dead just across midfield around the 45. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the offense trying to get the screen pass to the running back and get him out into space to do some damage, but the defense not having it. No gain on that play.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They bring the pressure, and that one is a wounded duck. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They knock him down, and what a disastrous play for this offense. A loss of 10.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. They'll line up for a second down play. The play action fake. The short hands. It's Scatterbo. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
On third down, going up top. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. And the Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Going for the big play. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
That's a great job by the DB playing the ball in the air. You see it all the time. DBs kind of get turned around. The wide receiver goes up and makes a catch. No, sir. DB, great position, knocks the ball down for an incompletion.
Pocket starts to collapse. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. They've gotten the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Man, that D-tackle's a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of the stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Leaves it with the running back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
On first down from the 13-yard line. Now from inside the red zone. Caught near the sideline, it's Scatterbo. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him and try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. The Wildcats just can't get off the field. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Arizona State.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Enough time to get off one final play of the half. The give. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Arizona State.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. No shot at a return. It's out in the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Manhattan. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the Little Apple.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football from out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Fires to the tight end. At the 45 on his way. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. And the Wildcats want to move quickly. Takes the handoff. It's Giddens. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He caught it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game, one of the big matchups. against the run throughout the season, but this offense just can't find a way to get it going, and I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. Johnson looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And that kind of toughness is something you can't coach in quarterbacks. You either have it or you don't. Being able to deliver strikes like that for touchdowns when you know you are going to get absolutely popped, man, it is hard to find QBs like that. This offense has one.
And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Unloads to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gimmies, some layups, some screens. They need some yaks, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this offense because it's just boom or bust. There's not a lot of consistency. They got to put some 1st downs together, put some drives together, be more consistent.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
And the Sun Devils are moving quickly down the field. Brown has it. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Now facing a 3rd and long. They're trying to get to him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
4th down and 10, and barely a thought of kicking it. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
Yeah, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the 1st down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
Running to the left. He breaks a tackle.
And it's just simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. They'll go right back to him. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Kansas State pushing the pace.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Johnson wants to throw it. Gets it out fast. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Wide open downfield. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He wants it all. Touchdown, Kansas State. And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, we're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He'll try to take it back. He goes out of bounds at the 7-yard line, but what an opportunity after that pick.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
One final play before the end of the quarter. Johnson looking to throw. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Try to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, it puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that.
He'll take a deep shot here. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
Misfired on 1st down. Back to the air on 2nd. Pulls it in. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Plenty of time as he fires it to the right. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Trying to beat the D deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away. At the 20, he's got space. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
These QBs that can scramble and buy time, you just got to have a lot of energy. I mean, you got to keep chasing, keep chasing. Sometimes you run upfield, you got to retrace your steps. QB won that battle, and now you got another chance, 1st and goal. Get your mind right. Let's hold him to a field goal.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
Arizona State, number 25, in the end zone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Pittsburgh is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie today. We could see a legend born in the Steel City. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Clemson. He'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The offense likely to lean on the run to milk this clock. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. Johnson wants to throw it. Pressure coming. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He makes a catch. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Kansas State will have to punt it away. He's got great speed. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. To the air on 1st down. Slings it downfield. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Whew, boy, this freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he zing that thing in there? From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Gets away. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Looking to throw on second down. He wants a big play here late. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. Ball is at the 41 as his defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Unloads to the wideout. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Running with power. He showed off the stiff arm, but apparently he needed a couple more. A lot of defenders around to stop him. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. Will they keep it on the ground again here on 3rd down? Just going to keep it after the snap. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.